Imagine driving through a country where there are no traffic lights at all. No red light to make you wait. No green light to send you forward. No yellow light warning you to slow down. At first, it sounds like chaos. You might imagine cars crashing at every corner and pedestrians running for their lives. But here is the surprising truth. This small country not only survives without traffic lights, it actually thrives. Welcome to the fascinating story of the country that decided to remove them completely. At the heart of this story is the tiny nation of Bhutan, tucked away in the Himalayan mountains between India and China. Known as the land of the Thunder Dragon, Bhutan is famous for its breathtaking landscapes, ancient monasteries, and deep cultural traditions. But it is also famous for something you will not find anywhere else. In the capital city of Thimphu, there are no traffic lights. In fact, it is the only capital city in the world without them. This was not always the case. Many years ago, Bhutan tried installing traffic lights in Thimphu. The government thought it would make the streets safer and more organized as the number of cars increased. At first, people were curious. It felt modern. It felt like progress. But within days, something unusual happened. The people hated it. Drivers complained that traffic lights were cold and impersonal. Pedestrians felt that the city was losing its friendly and human touch. The pace of life in Bhutan is slow and respectful, and people were not used to rushing at the command of a machine. Instead of seeing traffic as a problem, Bhutanese drivers had always relied on eye contact, hand gestures, and a deep sense of mutual respect to move around. The traffic lights disrupted that unspoken system. In less than a week, the government decided to remove them completely. But they did not just leave intersections unregulated, they brought back something uniquely Bhutanese. In the busiest parts of Thimphu, you will find white-gloved traffic police standing in small booths in the middle of intersections. With graceful, almost dance-like movements, they direct the flow of cars. Their hand signals are so precise and elegant that they have become a tourist attraction. Visitors often stop to watch the officers in action, mesmerized by their smooth, choreographed gestures. The result is a traffic system that feels more human, more connected, and surprisingly efficient. But why does this work in Bhutan when it would fail in so many other places? The answer lies in the culture. Bhutan has a strong sense of community. People know each other, and politeness is a way of life. There is less road rage and more patience. The population is small, and the pace of life is slower. In a way, the streets are an extension of the village, where cooperation matters more than competition. Of course, there are still rules. Drivers keep to the left side of the road, speed limits are enforced, and traffic police are respected. But there is no machine telling you when to stop and go. It is all based on human judgment and mutual understanding. Tourists who visit Bhutan often say that driving there feels like stepping into another time. There is a calmness on the roads that you cannot find in busy cities full of horns, flashing lights, and impatient drivers. It is not that Bhutan is behind the times. In fact, it is quite the opposite. Bhutan carefully chooses which modern technologies to adopt. The country famously measures gross national happiness instead of just gross domestic product, prioritizing well-being over economic growth. In that same spirit, they decided that traffic lights did not fit their values. And here is the most surprising part. Without traffic lights, Thimphu has one of the lowest rates of traffic accidents for a capital city of its size. The system works because people are paying attention. In cities with traffic lights, drivers often stare at the signal instead of looking at the road. In Bhutan, they watch each other. They make eye contact. They move with the flow. This way of managing traffic has inspired urban planners around the world. Some cities in Europe have experimented with removing traffic lights in small areas to see if it makes roads safer. The results often show that when drivers are forced to think and cooperate, accidents can actually decrease. But in most countries, removing traffic lights completely would be impossible. Populations are too large, speeds are too high, and driving culture is too aggressive. That is why Bhutan remains a rare example. It is not just a country without traffic lights. It is a country with a different philosophy about life. It shows us that sometimes progress is not about adding more technology, but about keeping things simple and human. So the next time you are stuck at a red light, imagine a place where that light does not exist. A place where drivers wave each other through, where traffic officers move with the elegance of dancers, and where the streets are guided not by machines but by mutual respect. That place is Bhutan, a tiny kingdom in the Himalayas that proves there is more than one way to keep a city moving. And maybe, just maybe, it is a reminder that the best systems are not always the most modern, but the ones that bring out the best in people.